The people of the Millennium Village of Mwandama were hit hard by a food crisis caused by several years of drought and floods. More than a third of the population did not have enough to eat. In Mwandama itself, the crisis left an already fragile population struggling to survive.
When I have had nothing to eat, I get very hungry, and then I can't produce milk for my baby. So he just keeps crying and crying. My children don't go to school. I don't have money to send them. When I think of just how hungry they are, it's hard for me to prepare them for school when they don't even have energy to go. I can't do that.
In 2000, the largest gathering of international leaders in history pledged to help the world's poorest people. They set 8 Millennium Development Goals with the target date of 2015. Malawi's Mwandama is one of 14 Millennium Village sites across 10 African countries. In partnership with local and national governments, the project is supporting some 500,000 people in their fight against extreme poverty, at the cost of just $120 per person per year.
The Millennium Villages Project is a special kind of program because it takes the Millennium Development Goals in their entirety, issues of poverty, hunger, education, healthcare, clean water, sanitation, and looks at the challenge holistically and designs a holistic, integrated approach.
Millennium Promise Japan, a recognized non-profit organization, was established in 2008 by Dr. Shinichi Kitaoka, a former ambassador of Japan to the United Nations, and his wife, Mrs. Rieko Suzuki Kitaoka, a critic and former research director of Densa Inc. Both sympathized with the concept proposed by Professor Jeffrey Sachs. Millennium Promise Japan, or MPJ, promotes various activities that can help achieve the Millennium Development Goals. Discrimination against young girls in rural African villages is not uncommon, preventing them from going to school. There are many areas where girls put themselves at risk simply by going to and from school. MPJ sponsors a program that enables talented female students in Uganda to attend schools with dormitories attached, because we believe educating girls will contribute greatly to future community development.
I am Naira Dori. I'm 17 years old. I would like to be a medical doctor. I want to help people to improve their health in our community. I'd like to be an aircraft engineer in the future.
Oh, good. You may be one of the few women to be the aircraft engineer in your country, perhaps.
Yes. I could have never stepped in school, you people. I could have never started. I could have never stepped in school. But I'm living a life that I never thought I could live. Poto alingata.
Your Japanese is very good.
Girls couldn't even go to school because of poverty, discrimination, and danger. Now those girls, with MPJ support, are moving into higher education and striving to realize their dreams. MPJ is involved in other activities, including the building of a school.
Konnichiwa. I'm Jeffrey Sachs, director of the Earth Institute at Columbia University, and very, very grateful to Millennium Promise Japan, to Chairman Kitaoka and Director Rieko Suzuki for the wonderful efforts of Millennium Promise Japan. What Millennium Promise Japan is doing, together with the great contribution of the government of Japan as one of the founding partners in the Millennium Village project, is to set standards, new techniques, new approaches that all over Africa are now being taken up by farmers to grow more food, to ensure that communities have all of their children in school, to ensure that the children are healthy, not burdened by malaria. And so much motivated and organized by Millennium Promise Japan is making a huge difference. I see it with my own eyes when I visit the villages. Rieko Suzuki sees it when she visits the villages, as she does so frequently. We're seeing the breakthroughs. You are making it possible. I'm so grateful for your efforts and so honored to be partnering with you. It's such a pleasure to say to all of you, domo arigatou gozaimasu.
MPJ Youth is one of MPJ's feature activities. MPJ Youth is supported by students who share a passion for what we are trying to do. Meeting people, discovering our own identity, going out into the world and changing Japan as we know it. All this we do in Africa. Young people in Japan are often labelled as introvert. However, MPJ Youth aims to make a positive difference in the world by going forth into foreign nations and tackling global problems with the grit and determination worthy of future global leaders. MPJ Youth make regular visits to African countries to promote cultural exchange with local children and national university students.
This is video. This is her name, Najuma.
Members of MPJ Youth also participate in the annual festival at the University of Tokyo, one of the most prestigious educational institutions in Japan. MPJ Youth set up a cafe at the festival where members share their experiences and knowledge with Japanese people who often view Africa as an unfamiliar, distant continent. The winner of the beauty contest is also the member of MPJ Youth team. Mrs. Shiori Tokugawa visited Ghana with other members of MPJ Youth. MPJ Youth boasts many diverse student members who want to help build a bridge between Africa and Japan. MPJ will strive to promote investment and cultural exchange, transforming Japanese perceptions of Africa from a dim and distant continent to a geographically distant continent with a greater cultural and humanitarian proximity.